Hello, everyone. Welcome to Secrets of Saltmarsh. This is a Ghosts of Saltmarsh Patreon Greyhawk campaign. All the lovely people that you see here on the screen are Patreons. Shout out to all of our Patreons. Because of them, everything that we do at this channel is made possible. If you want to find out more about what you can get for being a Patreon, please use !Patreon there in the chat. We also have all of our episodes on our YouTube for this campaign and our other campaigns. You can head on over there using !YouTube as well. If you'd like to interact with the game, there's a couple of ways you can do so. You can redeem channel points for free, which will grant a reroll or a blessing, an advantage die to any player of your choice, and they can pocket it for that moment where they need to succeed, where they really want to make sure that blow lands. Whatever it is that they want to use, they can pull it out. Or if you'd like to add an element of fate to the narrative, every $10 guarantees a draw from the deck of many things. This is the new deck. It's been so far quite generous. We'll see if that continues. You can use !Fate for more information about that. Let's jump into it. Please tell me who you are, where we can find you, and a little bit about your character. And we will start off with Emma.
Hi, it's me, Emma, also known as Emma Panada. I use they, them pronouns. You can find me at Twitch and Twitter at Emma Panada. I'm also writing a TTRPG called All the Witches. You can find information about that at allthewitches_ on twitter.com. The best place is probably just going to the Kickstarter link that's there somewhere, and you can read all about it. I'm also, this has been announced now, I'm GMing for a game on Stella's channel starting next week. It's called Our Lives After. It is a Fabula Ultima Isekai JRPG inspired TTRPG game, and it's going to be real fun, and you should come watch it.
Yes, that's at 8 p.m. Eastern on Thursday, January 25. If you come watch, you'll get a head pat from Emma.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll head pat you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Did you say who you're playing today?
Oh, I'm playing Arlen Ruvelath. She's a cleric warlock, or maybe a warlock cleric might be more accurate nowadays.
Awesome. Thank you. We'll pop on over to GeekDice. Hi.
Hi. Hey, folks, I'm GeekDice. I love D&D. It's my dream come true. You can find me on the socials now after several years' absence on X at geek_dice. Reluctantly.
Oh,
an old friend wanted to reconnect, and it was the
hello.
only way I could communicate with them. So, oh God,
I have
what
to
am
update.
I doing?
Oh no. Welcome back to the shit show.
Yeah, it's true. So, I am playing KayBee, Kiss Me Bright Bloom. Very small boy, I guess soon hopeful to be noble knight, a champion of the sea lily.
Excellent. Thank you. And before we go on to our next player, I want to say thank you so much to GodfatherWraith for card draws for the entire group. Thank you so very much, everyone. You get to draw your card here, and we will start off with Emma. Please tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay. GeekDice.
Stop.
Ouch. GodfatherWraith.
Go ahead and stop.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh no.
I don't believe
Andy.
any of these noises you're making.
Stop.
Zombie.
Someone's having way too much fun.
Real.
Stop.
Shit. Okay. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Tim. Tim, it's your turn to talk. What's up?
All right. Hi, I'm GodfatherWraith V_ESG. You can call me Godfather. You can call me Wraith. You can just call me Tim. Call me pretty much anything you want except late for dinner. I play Garen. He's the average, ordinary, nondescript rogue, and still a little flustered that he's met somebody about as perceptive and nondescript as him.
Yep. 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 I'm really excited about that. We'll find out more about that at some point, I'm
Oh, I
sure. We'll pop on over to Indicarus. Hi.
Hello, I'm John. I also known as Endicarus on both social media and elsewhere on the internet. I make my own games sometimes. You can find them on my Twitch channel. And I'm actually going to be running some of my own games at Terminal City Tabletop Convention. So if you're in Vancouver in March, I think it is, and want to play with me, you can come on over and I'd be happy to see you and maybe even go for lunch with you or something. I'm going to be running my games, Law of the Jungle and Happy Days or Lucky Day Seniors Bingo there, as well as a table of Jim Henson's Labyrinth adventure game, which is really cool. I didn't make that one, but I'm here today to play Pole of Ammonfort, who is a former street waif from Ammonfort, and he's very pacifistic, just like his warlock patron, who is the hero god Heward of the Handy Haversack. He happens to have one of those, and he also plays a bunch of music and generally tries to have a good time and sort of resists going on adventures. But we're on an adventure right now, and he's having a good time doing that too. So I'm looking forward to see what we get up to in this crazy Dreadwood thing.
Oh, I'm really excited about this specific adventure of the Ghosts of Saltmarsh book for Pole. We will see how Pole handles this. We're gonna move on over to Zombie. Hi.
Hello, I'm Jacob. I'm Zombie IMZ. I'm what you like to call me. I'm the Lord Keeper and Captain Ziggy of the Good Ship Clip. I probably do too many clips. That's up to your own discretion. Today I play Finn Carson, who is a ranger researcher who is already set to go on this fun adventure of whatever awaits for us to carry out this mission for the king. Should be pretty fun. You can find me on Twitter at ZombieFighter89. If you go there, there's a pinned tweet. There's a business card there made by the lovely Lady May. In the tweet as well, there is a a Google sheet. There's the words. There's a Google Doc sheet in there. It's got a lot of my video editing that I've done, promo videos from this, and a collection of clips that I feel like I've done really, really well with. And if you all want to go ahead and look at it, that'd be great. If you know anyone who's hiring, that'd be great. And I'm available to be hired. And this is my Botti Bims. I wanted to put him up here just for the intro.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Before we go into the recap, I want to say, GeekDice, thank you so much for the 5 cards to Garen.
Oh,
That
he
is
wasn't joking?
Fucking hilarious.
No! So what's going to happen is I'm going to rapid fire draw them. So you tell me when to stop, and then I'm just drawing the top 5.
All right, stop.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
That'll
Okay.
teach you.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
The gambit
Wow,
of
I'm
emotion.
sure they're all good.
Right.
The gambit of emotion.
Yeah,
Christ.
Garen just got all the best cards, right?
I'm not going to say anything.
How many enemies can one guy have?
You drew
Yeah,
a flames
you got a lot.
card and a flames card and a flames card and a flames card.
Like, how many times has Garen? I'm trying to remember. How many times has he drawn the flames card?
More than once. I can
Oh,
tell you
at
that.
least
So many
3, I think.
times. A lot of times. 100%. All right. We return onto the Sea Lily. Last episode, we met with the Duke Merrick Feldrin of Seaton. You were sent in that direction by the letter given to you from King Scotty to receive information on a quest that he wanted you to specifically handle. It was there that you discovered that there is some interest of the crown to get a third party to assist with relations across to the hold of the Sea Princes over on the Eel Coast. And so you have been potentially drawn into this situation where you are this unaffiliated force between this political tension that has been going on between the hold of the Sea Princes and the King of Kyoland. Following the orders of the Duke, you are to go towards Uskarn on the Eel Coast. But you've made a very strategic decision here. You've decided to go hire mercenaries to protect your ship for when you're about to make shore for Uskarn. So we took a bit of a detour. We made our way over towards Burl, and it is there that we had a conversation with the Castellan, Kiara Shadowbreaker, to get a blessing to hire mercenaries. You know that Burl is known for its position, its ability to provide monster hunters to fight against the Dreadwood and the things that come out of it, which is a very significant problem and has been a significant problem for a long time. But today it's not your problem. You managed to hire 3 individuals that you went through great effort of interrogating and asking questions and challenges of character, and you found them to be forthcoming, pretty blunt, and exceptionally experienced. You know that they will be combat ready, that they will be able to defend your boat when you are not there. They don't know any details of why you are hiring them. As far as what's been going on in the contract that Arlen paid very generously for, they're just being hired to do a security detail. If you want to give them more information, you're going to need to tell them yourselves. All they know is to just not ask any questions and to show up. So they've come onto the Sea Lily, and the Sea Lily is pulling away out and towards the ocean. Your destination is to cross over the bay to make your way towards Uskarn. You know, Uskarn is a small coastal village. It is shown to you on the map that you all possess. But as your crewmates are going about pulling on various ropes and tightening down various items on the main deck, you see the 3 of the mercenaries there standing, perhaps waiting orders, their gear all around them. Most noticeably is that one of the ranged, the archer, is standing very close to the melee combatant that you hired. You can immediately get a sense that they are together. They are a couple. And the 3rd individual is keeping more towards themselves. There is some distance between the couple and this 3rd individual. The 2 that are together, one is a woman with thick, strong body. You see that she has medium length, black-brown hair. She's a half-orc with a scarred body and a carefree look to themselves. They're not wearing any armor. You see that there are hand axes tucked into the several hip belts that go over her waist, and she has a very large 2-handed hammer strapped to her back. She has her thumbs tucked into her belts, and she's just looking around, watching the crew as they are scuttling about. Next to her is a man that has a bookish quality to them. You see these round glasses underneath a mop of black hair. You see that they are medium build, and they are wearing a backpack that is suspiciously large, full of many bulky objects. You can't quite tell what exactly they are, but they stick out in various uncomfortable directions. And the 3rd, who's keeping to themselves, appears to be an elf, a ranger, and they are wearing nondescript clothing. You can tell by the way that they flip the dagger in their hand as they're idly waiting that they are very confident with themselves and their dexterity. So as we are beginning to head out towards the ocean, what is everyone doing?
I have a really important question about these 3.
Yes, Rosalie's super hot. Andre is cute, and Mortis is if you're into like really sickly looking people, like yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So that wasn't the question, but that's helpful information. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay.
So the question is, were they warned about Naked Day? Because they're staying behind on the ship as we're heading ashore. So that is something they'll have to deal with.
That did not come up during the interview process.
Great. Perfect. Okay.
Are we
Arlen
going to leave them in the
will.
blank?
Who's the best one? Arlen will call Pull over.
What's up, Cotton?
Hey, so I realize as we're standing here that throughout the interview process, there is something that we forgot to mention to our three new recruits. And I take you as well as Tolly as the experts on this subject, and perhaps you could break this news to them or talk to them about this just to make sure that they are consenting and comfortable. But if you could talk to those three about Naked Day and what that is and what the ship might get like, and just see if there are any concerns or worries that they have or questions, or if they're totally comfortable with the idea.
Be a pleasure, Cotton.
All right, thank you, Paul. And then I'm gonna go sit down and do very important things like taking a nap.
Do you take a nap like when you say sit down? Are you going into the captain's quarters to take
Yeah,
a
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Paul, you've been given instruction. I imagine
I was
Garen,
probably going to
KayBee
tell him anyway.
Fantastic. KayBee, Garen, Finn, you are all on the deck as well.
Okay. I'm headed to wherever we keep our books. There was a stack of books that we had taken from Kelladek's tower.
That would probably
And,
be
and I
Ella's.
vaguely remember there was one that was written by Kelladek. I'm going to spend some time with this book. I'm going to really look at it closely, look at it upside down, read it backwards. Even just, kind of just deep dive, trying to get into the psyche of the man, the author.
Okay.
Trying to see if I can distill some clues or hints about his motivations, about what drives him or things he's involved with.
Okay, very good. Kelladek's book is extremely sophisticated and it is cryptic on cryptic. Let me get an investigation check from you, and this is probably going to take some time. You're going to have to do multiple checks here, but we'll start off with one.
I like it. You said investigation?
Yes.
That will be a 15 for
All
my
right.
first check.
Very good. As you are taking this book and opening it for perhaps the first time, like really looking at it, you do get exactly that. This is a cryptic riddle puzzle. The words are contradictory and there are formulas mixed in. It's at first glance difficult to discern, but you get the sense that this must be a recipe book for something. You aren't quite sure. The diagrams, there are a few pictures and sketches. They are inconclusive without context. So you get the sense that you made a decent surface analysis of this, but you are going to have to research significantly heavily if you want to get more.
Okay, sounds good. I'll plan that for the future. And when I see Ellie, I'm going to mention it to Ellie because I think she's a person who's clever with books too.
Okay. So you can go seek them out after reading that. What is Garen?
I was going to say, I would imagine any book that came from Kelladek's tower would be in Ella's quarters anyways, because she's the one that grabbed them all.
Yes. You would all have seen over time Ella has brought in the various books and carried them with her to whenever it was time to eat in the mess hall. She's never without books tucked into her arms. So, pretty strong assumption there. What about Finn?
So, it occurred to me as we were talking and as we were entering the boat, I don't remember once ever taking Bims off the boat. So, I'm probably the first thing I'm gonna do is get on there and realize I've probably not talked to Bims in probably what has been days or however long it's been since we were last on the ship. So I'm gonna go check on him. And
Okay.
hopefully he's not angry at me.
Yeah, very good. So, Paul, you see your party mates begin to scatter with their various business. What would you like to do?
Well, Paul will seek out the 3 new people, and if they're all together, he'll approach them all together. But if they're not, then he'll find them individually.
They're currently waiting, moving occasionally with a shift as the crewmates around you are going about setting sail.
All right. So Paul will walk up and say, "Hello there, friends. I don't think we've been formally introduced. My name's Paul of Ammonfort. How do you do?"
Oh, hello. You see Andre is the first to respond. He has been looking around inquisitively, almost starstruck as he seems to almost recognize some of the people that are walking by. As you come and approach, he looks you up and down, and it isn't one of criticism, it's one of appreciation. He puts his hand out enthusiastically and tries to shake yours. "It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Andre." And as he shakes
nice
your
to meet
hand,
you, Andre.
his backpack is jingling. His backpack is much larger than himself.
You look like a fella is really well equipped, eh? What you got in there?
Oh, yes, I have everything that I need. He lets go of your hand and very carefully, deliberately, he shoulders out of his backpack, puts it down. You hear the metallic thud of various things moving around. He unbuckles the satchel and opens it up, and you see that it is full of shovels, trowels, sieves, brushes, and measuring tools.
Oh, whoa. Are you a carpenter or something? No, a digger.
A digger.
Are you an archaeologist?
Yes, I am. A digger. A sophisticated digger. A practiced digger. And a professional digger. Yes. Yes, that is me. I'm an archaeologist, and it is my life dream to travel to as many places as I can to unearth secrets, mysteries, anything of that sort.
Well, that sounds pretty great. Pleased to meet you. And how about you two? I'll turn to the other ones.
You see Andre gesture first over to Rosalie. Rosalie has been smiling, just grinning ear to ear. And she leans in and she bumps him with her elbow. And this is my wife, Rosalie. We travel together. And Rosalie is this strong, hulking individual. You can see Rosalie is probably about 7 foot tall as a half-orc. And she's looking down and... Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too. Oh, that's great. Family that plays together stays together, right? Hope
It's
you have a
true.
lot of fun on a voyage.
Yes.
I was gonna mention a bit of that, but let's do all the introductions first. So, you're also an archaeologist?
No, I make sure nothing gets him when he's busy focusing on whatever ruins we come across. We met a couple of jobs ago, and I don't know. There was just something about them. And you see them sharing a starry-eyed look to each other. And Rosalie shakes her head and she says, "Where are my manners? It's a pleasure to meet you." And she holds out her hand.
And you.
Paul,
Um,
as you reach out and shake her hand, there's this moment where like the two of you are kind of in a closeness as you're having this introduction. You realize something. Can I get a perception check from you?
sure.
Okay, a 4. You aren't able to place it, but there is this smell. It's almost like the smell of something old that once was burning. The smell of cinder and soot, of heated metal. You don't know where it's coming from, but it is a very distinct smell, especially here out on the open ocean, the strong salty breeze. It has this permeating feeling, this permeating sense. You have drawn the Rayleigh card. We're going to have a moment of introspection here as everything fades away and you remember this smell. Can you paint me a picture of what we see?
Well, yeah, when Paul was about 10 years old, his best friend was Izzy. She was a half-elf girl that he thinks is about the same age as him, but didn't really ask and didn't really know. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, no.
And he's not sure what Izzy stood for, or if her name was just Izzy, but they used to squat in a burned husk of a house in the slums of Ammanford. And that's what it smells like. It smells like that kind of burnt down, abandoned house that he lived in. And they used to just be pickpockets, shoplifters by trade. But they were the older ones of the children in their little squat, so they would take care of them and try and get enough food for them. Paul was really not super good at getting up early, just like today.
Yeah.
But Izzy would often get up earlier than him and try and nick something for breakfast. And so he'd wake up and there'd be the bread, the biscuits, fresh from the baker. And he'd always tell her, don't do that. Don't go take risks. But she was just always happy to help him start his day fresh like that.
In this particular morning that you remember, you smell the bread even before you open your eyes. You go to turn to scold Izzy as you normally do. But when you do, you realize that the smell must have been part of your dream. There is no baked good next to you this morning. It's actually quiet all around you.
Paul looked around, sees all the other kids are still asleep. She should be back. She should be back by now. Hey, everybody. Where's Izzy? I don't see Izzy anymore. Where is she? It's already sun up. And he gets up and starts running around. Hey, shaking everyone.
What's going on? Be quiet. It's... And you see some of the kids roll over and away from you. One of them sits up, dreary-eyed, and rubs at their temples. What do you mean?
Did any of you see Izzy? Did Izzy go out?
Yeah. When did you last see Izzy? I'm not quite sure. Last night? This morning? Maybe it was.
Paul goes running out towards the bakery because that's where she would have gone, almost for sure.
You go to the bakery, and this particular place, it's owned by an older woman, and you know that she has a soft spot in her heart for your kids. And she gives you a knowing look. You've stolen from her before. She doesn't quite trust you. She is wary of you. And you know that she likes Izzy more than she likes you. So as you approach, immediately you see her bristling, her arms crossing over her chest. What is it that you want today?
Nothing. I'm just worried. I haven't seen Izzy. She wasn't there in the morning. She usually comes back for I get up. She's not there. I don't know where she went.
What kind of trick are you trying to pull? Keep your hands where I can see them.
No tricks, ma'am. I just don't. I'm looking for Izzy. Have you seen her?
Izzy hasn't been here this morning.
She ain't. All right. I'll look around. Thank you.
Got
And
my eye
he'll
on
go
you.
running off.
Yeah, you see her just kind
Well,
of
yeah,
waving.
you know me. You know my face. If you see her, tell me.
Go on, shaking a rolling pin at you.
And Paul goes off asking everyone. He's usually shy about this. He doesn't talk to people in the shops that he robs. So, but at this point, he's desperate and he's looking around. She's nowhere to be found. And the shopkeeper's she's the kindest one. And they don't want to talk to him. They might throw something at him or try and hit him with something. Eventually, he starts asking local vagrants, anyone who's been out all night, waking up in the streets or whatever, start to ask them.
As you do, it takes several hours. A lot of the sources aren't reliable. Some of the messages are conflicting. And one of them, who's very clearly drunk, says, I might have seen something, but you're not going to get it out of me for free. Nothing's free on these streets, and you know that.
Fine. What you want?
No. Coin, boy.
All right. I promise I'll get you some coin if you tell me where she is. Super important. She might be in trouble.
Okay. Can you roll me a sleight of hand check? We're going to montage a little bit here.
I think I have a blessing. I'm gonna use it on this.
Okay.
So that makes this
At advantage.
at advantage. All right.
Wow.
Didn't need it. Okay.
23. All right. So tell me who you take money from. Because you definitely don't have money.
No. So yeah, Paul is he's gonna find some people who are in the market looking for stuff. Probably nobody really rich goes shopping here, but they might send their servants out to buy stuff. So he'll be out looking for, the rich people's servants and bump into them and quickly run away with their purse until he figures this has to be enough to get someone drunk. That'll be enough for him. And
Yeah.
I'll go back to him.
With a 23, you were easily able to lift what appears to be an emerald velvet coin purse, and it has emblazoned on it a golden tree. The tree fans out almost like two hands, one reaching up, one reaching to the side, and it is a very distinct sigil. It's definitely the crest of some house, but you don't know exactly who, being a child at the time. You return with the money, and once you pass it over, the man says, Boy, she's gone. I saw her heading over out of the city, hopping into a fancy carriage. She left you behind.
I don't think she'd do that. Not without telling goodbye. And she doesn't know no fancy people.
Whatever you
You
want
sure
to
about
tell
that?
yourself. I saw what I saw. It looks like you're all alone here in this world, boy. Just like the rest of us.
Well, thanks anyway. What was the carriage? What did it look like? Did it have a coat of arms or anything?
Guess I didn't look too deeply. And the man just shoves past you and begins to walk away. I've got nothing left for you.
Paul's just gonna stand there in the street and cry.
As you cry, Rosalie pats you on the shoulder. Hey. Hey there. Hey. You seem to have zoned out a little bit. You alright?
Yeah, it's something. Just reminded me of a friend I used to have a long time ago.
Well,
Well,
and
sorry about that.
it's alright. You sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
And yeah, how about you, sir? We haven't been introduced yet. This is an elf, right?
Yes. You see that this elf is very gaunt looking, kind of pale in the face, and he is currently holding a book. He occasionally glances up towards people, but he seems mostly buried in it. He lowers the tome as you address him, and he looks you up and down. You can see that most of the clothes that he's wearing are pretty nondescript, but he gives the look of a trapper, of a person who travels the wilds. Mortis is the name.
Mortis. Oh, pleasure to meet you, Mortis. My name's Paul. And what's your business? You look like you may be a woodsman, trapper.
I am. I'm an expert trapper and monster killer. I've been working in and out of Burl for nearly a decade now. And Mortis doesn't reach for your hand. He closes his book and uses both hands to hold the binding.
All right. That's the way it is. No problem. So I was been sort of tasked to introduce you to what we sort of have a distinct culture on our ship.
Go on.
There's we run a tight ship. No bones about that. We've got a captain. She's very strict. And captain tells you something, you say, "I'll do that right now, sir, ma'am." Anyways, you say, yeah. But when the captain's not there, see, when the captain is going away for a few days, the crew likes to, let all hang out, as it were. And you don't have to participate. It's all entirely voluntary. But it's clothing optional. We call it Naked Day, but you can wear as much or as little as you like. It's not like, and if you're uncomfortable and you don't want to be about in that, you can stay in your quarters and no one will say boo. No one's gonna bat an eye. But, I wouldn't recommend it. It's actually a really, really good kind of bonding thing for everyone, and our group likes it. And, if you do, you'll probably get on with the crew quite well.
You see Rosalie has grabbed Andre's shoulders and is shaking him. Yeah, I told you this was going to be a fun one. We're going to have a great time. You see Andre has kind of closed in on himself. He's looking up. He's blushing so hard. And he says, I mean, we want to remain professional and we want to, carry on a great reputation. We've been doing so well here. And Mortis just stares at you, deadpan, and says, "All right," and lifts up his book and continues reading.
Right. Okay. Well, anyway, there's the mess hall. Your quarters are over there, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you around.
Very good.
I'll salute and walk away.
You see Mortis reading the book, just kind of steps in between crew members making their way over towards the mess hall. Rosalie is just continuing to laugh and shake Andre, just completely excited about this endeavor. And the camera will pan away as they begin to make themselves settled. We will go over to Finn. Finn, you go back into your quarters where you remember you last left Bims, and you find him curled in a perfect donut on your pillow, snoozing away.
Okay. Finn will walk in and he will gently pet the dragon like you would when you see your cat and it's really cute. You just want to pet it as it's laying there, but don't want to disturb it, but also want to say hi. So that's what Finn's gonna do.
You pet like from its head all the way down its back, all the way down its tail, and you see the little cute little arch as Bims leans into it. Bim just like big yawn and stretching the way that cats do. The little claws shaking as they reach as far as they can, and then Bims pulls back into a donut and goes back to sleep.
No, he seems to be taken care of. Does it look like
Roll
Finn...
me a nature check.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, nature. I'm pretty good at that. Oh, okay.
Okay. It's a 17. With a 17, you see that Bims has been very well fed. In fact, he's got a bit of a tummy. He's gained significant weight since the last time that you saw him.
Huh. Oh, he's been being fed. Okay, that's good. I'll have to check in on that, I guess. Whoever did that, I probably will thank them. Then we'll just kind of look around. Does the room look any more disheveled than normal? Does it look like Bims is kind of...
No, you can tell that by the hole at the bottom of your door that Bims has definitely had free reign of leaving and coming into your room.
He's made a hole.
Yeah, there's just like a little mouse hole at the bottom of your door. But the room seems mostly intact. There are a few scratches here and there, but nothing significant.
Okay, I think Finn then will happily kind of leave Bims the way he is, and just kind of organize the room a little bit, kind of like look around, see what kind of stuff, because he's looking to probably move a lot of the stuff that he has in the ship probably to the new house. Seeing what he might be able to take off the ship, want to leave on the ship.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. If I can read, there we go.
11. You hear a voice. It's a voice you haven't heard before. It's almost like a whisper, and it seems to be coming from the floor. As you're looking around, you're taking a moment to survey your inventory, what you've got, what you want to take into the house. Just a soft voice maybe singing underneath your feet. You look down, you know that there's no rooms underneath you. Below is actually... This is a perfect time for us to review the map of our boat.
Yay!
Because it's been a while.
Review time.
Okay, here's your boat. God, it's been a while. Okay, let's show the stream. All right. So, you know that yes. So there is no floor underneath you other than the waterway. God, it's been a while since we've done boat stuff. I don't remember any of the words anymore. But essentially, there is a space in the lowest form of the boat where the seawater does kind of come in and out. It's how the boat can float, right? You have to have a waterway. It's important to make sure that it doesn't overflow and that there's no holes in it. But there's always a constant, like, really low level of water in there. And that was where the group of you had found a number of rats the first time. So no one sleeps or lives below you. You just know it to be a big, empty, dark space.
Do I know if people, like, it shows it in this picture and it could be different, but do we use it as storage at all?
No.
Could it possibly be someone down there? Okay.
I mean, there could be someone down there, but generally it's not a storage thing. It's called a bilge. That's what it is. Oh, no, that's the wrong boat. This is your boat.
Oh, okay. Aha.
There we go. There we go. The bilge. This is your boat.
Okay, well then I guess, yep. Like, that's right. Okay, so, okay. Finn knowing that then, he'll kind of just pause, kind of look around. He knows nothing's under there, but he has this compelled, he's just very curious. So he's going to find the stairs where it would be, where the bridge would be, and just kind of like maybe give a peek or give a look down there just to see if someone fell down there, possibly. Something, you know, who knows?
Okay. You exit your room, leaving Bims behind to go investigate. Garen, what are you doing? Muted.
Yes, I was muted. Okay, so I think Garen would probably go much like Finn went to check on his little buddy. Garen's gonna go check on his not so little buddy Barnacus.
Barnacus is doing fine. You haven't really spent very long off of the ship, and you have recently arrived to Burl from Seaton. So you can see that Barnabas has definitely felt a bit seasick throughout this journey, and he has been on the less active side. He is currently holed up in your room, and he is laying on your bed. Roll me a nature check.
Oh boy, Garen's great at that.
On that one.
Oh no.
Okay.
Can I think I got a blessing, right?
Yes. You can re-roll
Right,
that.
Reroll that.
Okay.
Ugh,
A 9.
bad.
With a 9, it looks like Barnabas is still queasy. He weakly lifts up his head and looks at you, and he sort of wobbles a bit, and then he closes his eyes and puts his head back down. He doesn't want to play.
This doesn't. I'm not sure I'm okay with this. Oh, KayBee's smart. He might know something. I'll be right back, little buddy, as he pets him and goes to find KayBee.
Okay. As you leave your room, it is the same time that Finn leaves his room. The two of you bump into each other.
Oh,
Finn.
Garen?
Hey, have you seen KayBee?
No. Have you heard anything in the past few minutes? Below us.
No.
Roll me
Oh.
a perception check.
Wow, I am rolling like garbage today.
You have a plus 12 to perception, and you rolled a 14.
Which is why I think 14 is garbage.
You listen. Maybe? It's really soft. It's hard to hear. You hear the clanging and shouting of the crewmates above you. You're not sure.
I don't know. A little, maybe a little.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go investigate it. But no, I haven't seen KayBee since we all boarded the ship.
Right. Barnacus isn't looking well, so
Oh, poor buddy.
yeah.
Somehow, I don't know how this happened. Bim's gained weight while I've been gone. So, someone here has been feeding him, so I gotta go and thank them. But, yeah, I'll point, I guess, to where I believe probably KayBee's room would be or something. As maybe he's in his room? I'm not sure.
Right. Thanks. I'll start there.
Okay.
Head off to KayBee's quarters.
Okay. We follow Garen to KayBee's door, and you give a knock, and it's about then, KayBee, that you've wrapped up your initial survey of the book.
Yeah, come in. You come in and you see I'm laying in my hammock with the book in front of me. Like I slam the book shut and I just cross my arms and I'm laying on the book. Let out a sigh.
Not find what you're looking
What's
for.
going on?
Oh, Bernicus isn't looking well, and well, you know quite a bit about a lot of things. Maybe you might know something. Would you mind taking a look?
Yeah, let's go take a look. I've been thinking about this and I almost forgot.
And I reach into my pouch and I pull out this ring I've got, this little pewter ring, and I extend my hand, offer it up to you.
This ring of X-ray vision. You really could have used this when you're in that house. Solmar Manor. You
Yeah.
know, it's probably better in your hands than mine. Why don't you take that?
Thank you, KayBee. I will.
So, what did your little friend eat?
I don't know. That's a good point.
The two of you make your way back over to Barnacus. KayBee, can I get a nature or a medicine check from you?
That would be nature. I don't think I have a blessing, but let's just try this straight up. 21.
Very good. You are quickly able to discern that these are symptoms of seasickness, that Barnabas hasn't eaten anything. In fact, it's good that he hasn't eaten anything, otherwise he might be sick over the room. You would know that, some kind of ginger root or tea would be able to settle him. Like, he's basically just got to ride it out. There's no real cure for it.
Let me see if I can make something for him to chew on in the kitchen. Maybe it'll make his tummy calm down a little bit.
I appreciate that. What were you looking for in that book?
Well, it's still kind of. I'm trying to figure out Kelladek. He wrote that book, so maybe there's some clues in there. Try to puzzle it together. We got lots of information, but still we got these puzzles we haven't figured out yet.
Yeah.
So I think it's time to hit the books.
No, I agree with you. Yeah, you got a keener mind than I do, but I might try taking a look at it myself, if you don't mind. Two eyes can always be better than one.
So we see about brewing up some kind of a cure. Maybe, if the owlbear cub likes bones, chewing on bones, maybe we'll find something and steep a bone in some of the things I think might calm his tummy.
Yeah, with that 21 and with some help from the crew, you have Malaya, your cook. She goes about setting a big soup pot and boils some ginger and basically makes a tea, and you marinate some marrow in it, and she helps you make essentially a soupy version of an oxtail soup full of ginger. And Barnabas seems really hesitant and unsure about it, but eventually does partake and goes to sleep.
Garen, after he's done, as he's falling asleep, Garen pets him a little more and then probably sets off about doing his own perusal of the book, see if he can find anything to help KayBee.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Please don't be as bad as the last one. 19.
Okay. With a 19, you're able to discern pretty much what KayBee has as well. You are able to tell that this is a recipe book of some kind, that there's quite a bit of formula involved. With a 19, you are also able to glean that there are rituals involved that require multiple magical practitioners. So if Kelladek wanted to do whatever it is this book is trying to do, he would need help.
Yeah, I think Garen would end up closing it and then just kind of rubbing the tip of his nose again pensively. Alright, I think maybe Ella might be able to shed some insight on this. And he'd go find KayBee and share those thoughts with him.
All right. Pull, You have escaped the company of your 3 newest recruits, and you've stepped away. What direction do you want to go? Muted.
Been away from him for a little while, so I gotta go check on Tully, see how he's doing.
Okay. As you go towards your room, that is also Tully's room, you see the moment that you approach the door opens, Tully steps out, and he closes the door behind him, and he has this super obvious look of he's done something that he shouldn't have, and you've just caught him trying to escape.
Hey, Paul.
All right. Hey, Tully. I'm gonna grab him by the head and push him into the room.
Hey, whoa! He stumbles in. You look around the room, and it looks pretty much the same as it normally does. There is a nest of clothing that is Tully's bed on the floor. There are various objects nailed directly to the wall. There's just a single sock, a picture, a spoon hanging off of a piece of twine. Modern art, really.
Whoa, what's going on, Paul? What's the big deal?
Well, I haven't been here, so why don't you tell me?
Hello, he's got a roll here. He rolled a 3. Nothing. He looks at the very obvious hole that has been patched up in the floor over towards your side of the room.
Oh, really? Nothing's happened. Oh, so
Nope.
this is nothing then. I get it. Because it's a hole. And a hole is nothing. Where something is supposed to be. Is that all? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah, gosh, you're so smart, Paul.
Yeah.
What happened?
You see he reaches over and he pokes what he's tried to mend. It's been obvious that he sawed a hole in the floor here and that the piece of wood has fallen through, and he must have gone and retrieved it because it's soaking wet and it's been sort of displaced and it's sideways on the hole. When he pokes it, it falls through. Bloop. It falls into the bilge. There's darkness and water below. He looks in.
Yeah, so there's something down there, Paul, and I just wanted to keep an eye on it.
What? Something's down there. What's down there? I'll look down.
As you look down, the camera zooms in. And it happens to be moments after Finn has already waddled in. He hasn't waddled in right underneath the hole yet, so Paul, you don't see him immediately. Finn, you enter the bilge and you see that it is dark in here. You have dark vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see that it is dark in here. The water is about ankle height, which is pretty normal. And you see that there was once a mass of debris that was around the masthead, but you know that this room has been cleaned out with Simona's help because you used to have rats down here and they don't seem to be a problem here. There's no nests or anything like that. But you see on the other side of the ship from you, it almost seems as if the water is crawling up the wall of the ship. It is defying gravity and pulling up.
That's weird. It's almost like magic is afoot. And he'll kind of keep looking at it a little bit, kind of like seeing. Does he notice like a pattern? Is it like moving like how I guess water in a river would move, or does it seem like an unnatural up and down?
It is quite unnatural. You see that it's almost as if the water is pulled into a bit of a cyclone. It turns on itself in a twister, and then it extends out in 2 different directions like a Y. It's kind of hard to make out, but it's literally being pulled up along the wall.
Oh, well, huh. Okay. And I think Finn, we'll probably go further to look at it more closely because he's gonna want to bring it up to the rest of the crew, but he kind of wants to get a better description of what it is.
Okay.
So he will walk closer to it.
You begin to move closer, and up above, Pole, you hear Tully gasp very softly as you see something moving in the darkness. You're a human. Do you have dark vision?
Nope.
Okay. You can't tell what it is. Something is moving, wading through the water. Tully says,
Oh. What?
He points.
Well, what is it? I can't see anything.
I can't see anything either. Should we throw
All right.
something at it?
I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna pull out my astral mirror, and I'm gonna look like that, like I'm doing a selfie with the hole.
Ooh. In this case, you don't really see anything. It's just dark down there.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get a lantern and shine the light down the hole.
Okay. You put the lantern through the hole, and is in that moment, Finn, all of a sudden you see light above you. It spills into the bilge around you, and the split second that the light fills the bilge, you look up, you see whatever that thing is in front of you. It twists almost as if it turns to look at you, and then whoosh, the water releases and it falls below and it's gone. And you see, you can't actually see anything because the bright light makes it impossible to see above the hole. You look up, you squint, but
Well, if I could throw a little twist in there.
Yeah.
Can we say that I was walking right under the hole as the light was being shined down? Because I kind of just want this moment of like Finn's kind of like looking up because he sees us going up, right? And the light hits him right in the eye. He's like, light! Just fucking goes like, And then as he's like coming to, he's rubbing his eyes. He sees this thing. And as it's like washing up and looking at him and it goes down, he's kind of sitting there puzzled. It's like, was that real or was that my mind freaking out because of the light? Like what the? But yeah. So
you hear Finn exclaim,
Oh, it's just Finn.
Oh, wait, Finn, what are you doing in the bilge?
well, not being able to see for one. Number two, I think there's a thing down here, some kind of magic. I'm not sure.
Thing.
And then I'll go into the whole description of what they'll describe to.
We better tell everyone else.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is magic or what this is, but it's also starting to, it looks like anyway, it may not be, but it almost looks like it's putting more water into the ship, and that may also be a bad thing.
That sounds like a bad thing.
you
So
see a single little goblin arm poke through the hole and points at the piece of wood that is Pole's floor floating on the water.
Hey, can you grab that Finn and bring that up?
Sure. He goes to grab it, and
Yeah. It's a piece of Pole's floor.
okay. I got a piece of your floor there, Paul, just because Tully left it down here, I guess.
Yeah, that was a problem. Oh, I think we'll see if KayBee can help us with that.
Okay, that's good. And then, before anything else happens down here, I'm gonna get out of here. I don't trust this. And Finn then goes to walk out of there and go up the stairs.
Okay, very good. What direction do you want to go after that?
Well, I guess, would Paul want me to bring that to him right away? So I guess that would be probably his first thing, would be to bring the board up to Paul and go to his room and hand him the piece of wood, I guess. Or did you want me to give this to KayBee?
Well, I will go with you to KayBee if you want to go.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and head off there.
Tully follows as the group of you go to seek out KayBee.
Hey, KayBee. Tully, I guess, I don't know what Tully was doing. I'm not even gonna guess. This piece of wood here is from the Paul's floor, and I'm assuming they probably want it put back.
Tully says,
No.
No?
Well, maybe we could put a hinge on it, or maybe
Yeah.
something like that.
Make a little peekaboo.
Because yeah, totally saw something down there, and I think Finn saw it too. Well, I couldn't really see it, but it's maybe letting water into the ship, which is not so good.
I strap on my extra tool belt. So I get this really wide belt, and with all the tools, it's about as big as me. I'm going clomp, clomp, clomp. I'm going to head over, holding the board under one hand and holding Tully's hand in my other hand.
Tully is like, make it a good hinge. One that doesn't
Okay.
even squeak. That way I can go down whenever I want.
And it's
This
a
one's more
re-
nefarious than it should be.
it's a really easy job to do. You literally just nail down a hinge and you're able to repair it no problem whatsoever.
Well, I pay particular attention to my customer's requirement. I want to ensure I nail it. Of course, I want that referral later.
Very good. He
Oh,
asks
one
you.
other thing. Yeah, maybe making it so you can't hear it when you open it is good, but also making it so we can lock it or bar it or something. Because we think of something down there. I don't want it coming in my room when I'm sleeping.
Yeah, put a really big handle on it.
You might stub your toe, but okay.
No.
No, okay.
With the 22 Carving tools, absolutely, you're able to fashion it in perfect 5-star requirements of your customers here.
Wait.
Tully scratches his butt and he says,
Yeah, I don't know what I saw.
all right, and he just begins to walk away.
Well, I think
Yeah.
we should tell the captain anyway. And
Yes.
you know what? I bet we should just get everyone. Garen is really good at looking around for things. I bet he could see it if he went down the bilge.
He is very sneaky. He might be able to sneak around better than I could.
Maybe have a general meeting.
Yes. And then, do you want to? Are you busy, KB?
No, I'm good. But don't you think the captain has enough to worry about?
If I know our captain, they are very busy. One of their important meetings is on right now, called Dreaming.
As you say that, we cut over to Arlen. Arlen, you are resting. Have you like pulled out of your armor and how comfy are you? Are you like battle ready comfy or like I'm out for the rest of the day comfy?
Probably out for the rest of the day comfy.
All right.
And I'm gonna regret that decision later, I'm sure.
No, it's fine.
You are resting. Pretty immediately, you were able to fall into sleep. But today, you have a particularly interesting dream. What is it that Arlen wants to know? What is it that Arlen is currently thinking about? You have drawn the Vizier card. You can ask one question, and I will give you a very good answer.
Ooh. I think so. We in character heard about the Scarlet Brotherhood or whatever they're called, right?
Yes, as a group, you heard about the Scarlet Brotherhood because of the innkeeper.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I think Arlen is thinking about how, in what ways the Scarlet Brotherhood is directly connected to Saltmarsh.
You have a dream about the ocean, the wide ocean with all of its possibility and all of its wonder. Parts of it are a mystery to you, other parts of it you've traveled through before or you've heard of in your stories. You're not scared of the ocean. It's something that feels like home to you, something that inspires you. But in your dream, as you're swimming, you look up and you can see that it is a particularly bright full moon. And as the light filters in through the water surface, you can see it washing over you, and it begins to turn red. The sky is red, the moon is red, the water all around you is red, and it's overwhelming. You aren't quite sure why, but your mind drifts to that of the Scarlet Brotherhood. How far and how deep is their ocean, you wonder? How much do they influence Saltmarsh? You don't quite understand how you know this, but you know with absolute certainty that the Scarlet Brotherhood, it runs deep. Very, very deep. You get the sense that it's got its clutches around Saltmarsh. Saltmarsh doesn't stand a chance against the Scarlet Brotherhood. And just as easily as you have fallen asleep, you're awake. You feel restless.
I stand up and rub my eyes.
You find that your chambers is mostly undisturbed. From the sounds, which you are quite used to now, you can tell that you are probably pretty far out on the ocean. There's no sound of yelling, of setting sail. You're just gliding now. The wind carrying your ship towards Uskarn. It's pretty quiet. But even if you try to relax, you just can't sleep now.
Arlen sighs and, unsure of what exactly to do, finally will sit down at her captain's desk and pull out some papers to do some accounting hesitantly that she's been putting off for forever because she doesn't want to do it. It's kind of like, for those of you in the know, in Community, when the group runs out of things to do or distract themselves with, they finally are like, okay, I guess we should study Spanish. And then they start to do that, but then something interrupts them and gets them into more hijinks.
Yeah, as you pull out the papers and you're like, all right, cracking knuckles, getting ready to finally do this accounting, there's a knock at your door. And it's everyone that went to go get Arlen.
Oh, hi, everyone. Yes, come in. Sorry, I've been so busy.
I'm sure. So I was checking on BIMs, and I heard a noise on the bottom of the ship, and I know that we don't keep anything on the bottom of the ship. And when I went to go down there, there was this sort of like a watery figure almost. It kind of looked like it was looking at me, and then it kind of disappeared. It does look like it's bringing in more water, or at least shooting up more water. And it doesn't seem to be just regular old water. It looks like there's some kind of magic going on. And thanks to Paul, I was able to see a lot better because he shined a light, which apparently is right under his room. And yeah.
All right. That sounds interesting. Does that sound familiar to me at all, Stella?
Roll me a nature check.
I'm so good at those. I'm the best at nature checks.
18. It might be a water elemental. But
That sounds like it's definitely water elemental. Let's go check it out.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna go over to Pole's room.
Okay. As you all go into Pole's room, you see Tully is guarding the front door, and he has his hands behind his back, and he closes it, like in the way that he's trying to hide something from you.
I'm off limits. Sorry. You have to go a different way.
Tully, I am the captain of this ship, and I will go whichever way I please.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Can I have advantage?
Yeah, you do. 17.
Guess you do.
Move it, Tully. It's a captain.
All right. He pushes back, and you can see that immediately this beautifully crafted hinged door is just busted. KayBee, you have drawn the ruin card. You're not quite sure how it's possible, but Tully has incredibly fucked up this beautiful door that you made.
Is his butt big enough to fit through the hole that he made in the floor?
Yeah.
Okay.
How'd you do that?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to fire up the forge and make an even better one.
He picks up what remains of the door, which is kind of like a very small buckler, and Tully just scampers out and runs away. So, Arlen, you see that there is a big hole in the floor that goes directly into the bilge.
All right, well, that's one problem. But let's see about this other problem. And Arlen's eyes start to glow gold as I'm going to use a new Eldritch invocation called Ghostly Gaze that gives me X-ray vision, and I already have super dark vision. And I'm just going to peek around in the bilge.
Okay. As you peek around in the what do you look like when you activate this? Is there any?
I'm standing there with glowy yellow eyes.
Very good. You see what Finn had seen before. It's almost like a humanoid shape. It's kind of curled up, leaning heavily against one side of the bilge. And you see that its head, or something like a head, is slowly looking around. It doesn't seem to have noticed you or the people above.
Does this seem like a water elemental?
Roll me perception.
Okay. Can I have advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank
Just because you
you
have your ghostly gaze and you have super dark vision. Okay, 22. There's something about it that doesn't scream water elemental to you. The party fought a water elemental before and trying to reclaim the Temple of Procan before that you found many, many episodes ago. But you know what a water elemental is, and there's something about this you can't quite figure out what. Perhaps is its nature, perhaps it's the way that it seems to cling to the ship as it moves around. You get the sense that it might be connected to the ship.
Alright, so I don't think that is a water elemental. I'm gonna jump down.
Okay. As you jump down, do you do a cool superhero landing?
I do a cool dive.
Okay, the water's only ankle deep.
I don't do a cool dive. I do a cool superhero landing.
Okay. As the water splashes up, you see this entity turn its head towards you, and just like before, it falls down in a rain of water. It disappears completely.
Can I try speaking primordial Aquan?
Okay. What would you like to say?
Hello, don't worry, I'm just here to see if you are friend or foe.
Okay. You speak out and you wait about 5-10 minutes, and there's no response.
I try abyssal.
You
If
wait.
it's that long, I think others are going to join the captain.
You see Arlen is just kind of speaking out, and you don't see anything else. You are all still above.
Yeah, if it's minutes, I'm always concerned for the captain's safety, so I would join.
How do you join?
I ploop down from above.
Do you do a cool superhero landing?
No, I'm not that cool.
Do you land on your ass?
Let's find out.
Dexterity saving throw. Okay. No, you just kind of land solidly. Water splashes up. It splashes onto Arlen.
I watched the boss, and she's looking around. And probably what I'll do is I cast Detect Magic, just look around for anything magical.
Ooh, okay. What does it look like when you cast Detect Magic?
Yeah, so everything about KB's magic is all sparkly and fey-like. So you see what looks like probably pixie dust. No, it's not trademark pixie dust, Paul, but pixie dust sprinkles in the air as he casts this spell and does that the hand movements. There's just this glow and this spread. Now, really, other than these sparkles, there's no other visual for others, but anything magical around, to include Arlen's gear or anything else, anything that's magical within range, I can see some glow come from it.
You see very strong glow coming off of the magic items that you know to be on each person. As you look around the bilge, you see this very faint, almost like barrier coating everything. It seems to be as if there is a very thin, glimmery sheen of this pixie dust everywhere, literally everywhere.
Oh, boss, there's magic here. It's like the whole ship is magic.
Is this good magic or bad magic?
Can I determine a school of magic? Is it
Yeah,
something
it's an enchantment.
It's enchantment. Enchantment like charm? Or is it like it's a magical...
Like a magical item.
Is it a protective magic?
You can't tell.
Can
I share what
you
I know.
identify it? You have identify, right?
I do. Okay. So I bust out the spell book and take a few minutes to cast Identify as a ritual.
Okay. As KayBee goes about several minutes casting this ritual, the rest of you three are still above. What do you want to do?
I'm
Well,
gonna say
Paul has
Garen.
some rope. He's just going to tie up some rope so that anyone who wants to go down doesn't have to jump down.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Garen is catching up because you never said I was done and caught up to KayBee yet. And if I'd have been there after Ben made his report, he would have done what Arlen had done with the dark vision X-ray combo.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
got the goggles in the ring.
With the X-ray, With the X-ray, can I get a
So-
blurb of the X-ray to see what it says exactly?
I don't know. I just know it's a ring of X-ray vision.
Here we go.
Literally just handed to me.
Can I show this to people? Oh, no, I can't. When wearing this ring, you speak an action. Here, you should write this down since you have the ring. Speak its command word. When you do, you can see through solid matter for 1 minute. Vision has 30-foot radius. Solid objects appear transparent and don't prevent light from passing through them. Okay. So with the X-ray vision, you would have seen basically a water shape. You wouldn't have gotten any additional information really. So you
Okay.
would have seen that, okay, there is a thing and it's gone now.
All right. And yeah, I'd say Garen will also jump down.
Okay.
He just kind of drops quietly as possible into the water. No flashy superhero shenanigan.
Roll me a stealth check. You don't get that for free.
Valid. $30.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he gets it for free.
He gets it for free. Yeah. Okay, very good. Yeah, so without a sound, barely even disturbing the water, Garen drops down. KayBee, as you cast Identify, you realize that the ship is no longer an object. So your spell fails.
Boss? Captain?
Yes.
This is strange.
What happened?
This ship isn't an object. It should be like a magic item or something, but it's not. It's like it's a creature, maybe. I wonder, it's like this water elemental thing that people are talking about. Maybe it's part of the ship. Some things you don't want to ask too many questions.
Well, that is true, but if it's leaking water into the bottom of the ship and we're sinking, that is bad.
Oh no, that. How long have you been a captain? There's always water down here. That's why there's that guy in the back. He's always turning that handle. It keeps
Well,
it at a. Yeah.
Yes,
It's-
of course, I'm aware
that's
of
the
that,
bilge
but
pump.
Finn was saying that this thing is bringing in more water.
It could possibly be. I keep seeing it flash, like we saw it splash up with water and then disappear again. I don't know if it keeps doing that, if it will eventually emote to making stuff worse or rot to stuff. But I don't know if it's constantly bringing in a gigantic stream of water, but I feel like over time it still can do damage.
So I bring up this drift globe, this floating light, and I float it in the air to kind of illuminate the area well, and quite well. And then I'm just going to begin to really look extremely closely for any substantial leaks to see if there truly is a leak down here.
Roll me
Maybe.
investigation or perception.
And Garen's gonna chime in. Maybe we should get Simona down here. She knows the boat better than anyone.
That's true.
22.
With a 22, there's no damage. You can see that Simona has done a very good job of maintaining the bilge. All the previous damage that was here has been repaired. The boards have been replaced. It's functioning exactly how it should. The water level is the way that it should be as well.
And I think most ships have a bilge pump, which can be like a hand thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure that that's working. It appears to be functioning. As
It's
well.
working just fine.
Yep.
Well, hey, KB, if you think the ship's alive, do you think the ship can talk to us?
I don't
Can
know.
we talk to the ship?
I hope it.
Hey,
I
ship!
hope it likes us.
Well, I sure hope so too. I bet it doesn't like Tully.
As you call out in common, it doesn't respond. Arlen, as you call out in abyssal, it doesn't respond.
And Aquan, it didn't.
No.
Can Finn also try his? What was abyssal? Was one of them that was used?
Mm-hmm.
Finn's gonna try Elven first.
Okay. What do you say?
We mean you no harm. We're just wondering how you got here.
As you call out, there's a soft noise, almost as if singing. But it's hard to make out with the sound of the water lapping and moving, the sound of your crewmates above you several floors. Finn, roll me perception sound.
Perception.
12. You feel like there's a response, but it's too hard to hear.
I was given an advantage. Can I re-roll that?
Yeah,
Okay.
21. Very good. You hear something that sounds like singing, and you realize that it's Elvish. And it says, I don't know how I got here. I woke up.
Oh. So you can see that Finn's got a bit of a shocked look on his face. And he goes, "Oh, it speaks Elven." So we got that. We figured that out. And it said that it woke up and it doesn't know why or how it got here.
I wonder if it's a fey spirit.
And I begin singing a song in Sylvan about the happy ways of the deep forest, peace in the glade.
KayBee, roll me a perception check.
Perception check. I suck at that.
16. You swear that the water is whispering the song back at you. The exact same song.
I love that.
If there's like a bulkhead or the mast comes down here, I hug it.
When that happens, I think Pole is going to go, "Oh, I get me loot out," and I'm going to start improvising on the same theme.
Sylvan, anything. Yeah.
I don't really know no Elven songs, but I can play that song you was playing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll teach it to you.
Can so are you trying to sing and play the lute, or just play the lute?
I'm just playing the lute along
Okay.
with KayBee to enhance the thing. Make
Okay.
it
Okay.
if the ship can sing, and KayBee can sing, I can play along with it. We can have a whole jamboree.
All right.
Garen's looking for Simona.
Okay. Garen just kind of waddles out of the bilge, making their way over towards Simona. So laughter and song and brilliant music begins to play in the bilge, and there is no real response, but there is a sort of appreciation in the air. You can't quite put your finger on it.
Is it a whole mood?
No, it's like half of a mood.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. Garen, you find Simona on the top deck going over the life rafts that you guys have.
Hey, Simona, something peculiar going on in the bilge.
Yeah. I
Kinda
just
like your
checked
input.
it last week.
Didn't see anything strange.
No?
You might
I-
want to come down.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a minute. And she scribbles a few things on her clipboard, hands it off to another crewmate, and then begins to follow you into the bilge.
He starts trying to explain without sounding, like he's lost his mind as they go.
Simona is just kind of scratching the back of their head. I mean, anything's possible, right? But I don't think, and it's about that time that the two of you enter in, and there is just jubilant song and merriment just bursting out in the bilge. I didn't know we were having a party down here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think they're trying to sing to the water thing, spirit, whatever.
Oh, well. Pointing up to the drift globe. Well, there's plenty of light to look around. And you see Simona beginning to do their own assessment of the ship. And essentially a few minutes later says, everything's where it should be. I don't see anything being a problem. If there is a spirit or something down here, it doesn't seem to be a problem. It hasn't hurt the ship in any way.
All right. Well, I guess we see what the party can find out.
All right. And Simona just kind of like waits in like the corner of the bilge, just watching the group of you.
I think Finn will come over a little bit and be like, just keep a tab to see. Only thing I'm really worried about is if it's gonna fill more water and maybe cause water damage to some things or anything like that. As long as it's not doing that, we should be okay.
I'll be sure to check in regularly, several
Okay.
times.
And then Finn will walk back over to where he saw the elemental, and in Elven will go, "If you mean us no harm, you are welcome to stay. We're gonna find out what happened to you, and we're gonna take you back to your home, if we can."
Penny, you speak Elven. Do you know anything about this? Maybe someone got reincarnated as a boat.
Who are you asking?
Penny.
Penny.
Penny Sprinkle. Penny the pixie floats over Pole's head and says,
I mean, it's possible. I've heard of face spirits being trapped in many different things, and
she shudders visibly.
do you think it's trapped in
sorry.
the ship?
Well, I don't know much about that kind of thing. But, I mean, it's like the whole ship, right? KayBee? It's the whole ship.
It's like everywhere.
Finn, as you make this offer of trying to help figure out how it got here and how to get back, you feel a sort of warmth in the air around you. You have drawn the throne card.
Oh. Okay.
You feel as if perhaps your words have rung with a bit of a promise. And when you reach out to the ship reaches out back to you. And it doesn't say anything, but you get the sense that it accepts your help. And then the feeling is gone. And you get the feeling that whatever it is here, it's not in the room anymore.
Finn kind of just, you get that like feeling of like, you know, good and whatever, and he's curious. He's always had a deep love of magic and different things. Part of the reason he started to become a ranger is because there's a little bit of magic in there. And he is just kind of like, okay, all right, maybe something good will happen. And then he like feels like this disappearance. And he's kind of questioning and he's kind of unsure, but he's kind of like, okay. Like, if you're still here, we're going to keep that promise. He says that in his head. But he's going to tell the rest of the party. Well, I think it's still here, but it feels, I don't know, I just have this feeling of it's disappeared. But nothing negative.
Alright, then we'll just keep an eye on things.
Yes. Magic can be tricky.
I think Penny Sprinkle's going to take it one step further and use her heart sight on it.
Okay. What is that?
So the sprite touches a creature and magically knows the creature's current emotional state. If the target fails a DC 10 charisma saving throw, the sprite also knows the creature's alignment. Celestials, fiends, and undead automatically fail the saving throw.
Okay, fantastic. It rolled a 2. As Penny Sprinkle reaches out to touch the ship, she gets, the emotion washes over her. It is confused. It is lost. There's a sense of turmoil and anxiety. And that's the current emotional state. It failed the saving throw, so you get a sense that the alignment is neutral good.
Well, Penny will probably say something to let us know that it's good, I assume. That's a load off our minds. It's the good ship.
Yeah, Penny shares with the group of you the results of the heart sight. That's a a really bananas ability, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's really helpful.
The first time I've ever used it in all this time.
Yeah, it's really
But
good.
yeah.
Works. Alright, well. I guess we'll just keep monitoring, seeing what happens.
It is about this time that you hear a ding ding above you. Simona says, we must be pulling in close to Uskarn now. I'm sorry, I'll come check in here again in a moment, but we should prepare to anchor the ship.
Indeed.
Paul, I'm carrying around things I realize that I don't even ever really use. I know sometimes you struggle to see in the dark. Why don't you take this drift globe?
A what?
Yeah, I show him this little. I catch it out of the air. It's this glowing ball. You set it out in the air and it floats around and gives light. It's
Oh,
a
nice.
drift globe.
Drift globe.
I never use it. I don't need it. Maybe you can use it.
Oh, I could sure use that. Thanks so much. Drift globe.
Drift globe.
Okay.
That is a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it?
Never had one before, but I think it's very nice. Gotta make sure Tully don't take it. He doesn't even need.
Simona rushes out, and you can hear the crewmates beginning to set up. And whenever you feel ready to leave the bilge, you would see that Imloth, the first mate, is seeking out Arlen. Captain, it seems
Yes.
that the shore is a bit rocky here. Perhaps it would be best to continue by rowboat to make landing.
Alright, that sounds like a good suggestion. I'll gather the others and we'll get that sorted.
Excellent. And you can see that the crew begins to prepare a rowboat for you. And this is where you get to decide who is going with you. All of the NPCs that you want to bring with you.
Gosh, I guess I'll take Garen and KayBee and Finn and Pole. They're normally
Wow.
pretty good on these things.
Just
I was
an
picked.
NPC to the boss.
Oh, I can't believe I've been picked. I feel so happy.
Oh, I have a good thing. Okay, keep going. Just talk, riff.
Oh,
Oh boy.
riff,
So-
riff,
so
riff,
Captain-
riff,
Oh gosh, we got a riff.
riff,
Captain-
riff, riff, riff.
Well, Tully likes rowing.
How far
Does
inland
he?
are we gonna go?
Well, we got to go to this village, so whatever it might be. We've been doing some scouting, and I'm sure there are reports, and we probably already know where the village is.
Yeah, we probably. I mean,
Yeah.
we got from the
Well,
Duke, right? He
yeah,
gave
we
us
were
all
given
the info.
directions.
Yeah, so, yeah, but I don't mind rowing if Tully doesn't want to row. I'll row too as well. I have no
Great.
problem.
I'll swim
Well,
to make
yeah,
more room.
I assumed you were going to.
Nice.
Oh my god!
That's hilarious.
Cute.
Well,
Gotta be your new hat now.
we'll take Ella.
Okay.
How many people can we bring?
Like, I think 8 people total. So y'all are 5. Ella's 6.
Who else should we bring? Team?
Tully.
And deprive him
Oh,
of
boy.
Naked Day? Or can we
Well, if
really?
I can't have the naked day, why should he get it?
Please, it's Tully. He's gonna have a naked day whenever he wants.
That's true. That's true.
Honestly, I
Well,
don't know that we want to bring too many.
did we want to bring? I know we brought in one of the people we brought to melee. Yes, I haven't had a chance to meet them, unfortunately.
Well, they're guarding the ship.
Yeah. there
Oh,
were
they're the
extra-
melee. Okay, they're all 3 of them are guardian. Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Wasn't sure if one of them was being brought as. Okay, my mistake.
What about a quiet guy? What's his name?
Quiet.
Book.
Quick.
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 Oh,
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
one.
Quiet,
right.
yes.
Yeah, let's bring Quick.
Okay. Ella,
Never told
Tully,
me his name.
and Quick get into the rowboat with y'all, and you begin to depart.
Garen exchanges glances and smiles with Ella while they're rowing.
Nice. Ella, roll me a roll me an
riz
insight
check?
check.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I was
Roll what?
okay. You can either roll charisma to do a
Oh,
riz
dear.
check, or you can roll insight to see how she's feeling.
Insight's less likely to be bad. Not by much, though. 8.
8. Okay. You see that Ella seems to be a little overwhelmed as you are rowing out towards the shore here. You know that Ella is a non-combatant, and she clutches her books to her chest, and she's like, whoa, just bouncing around a little bit when there's a bit of a rough wave. But she gives you a nervous smile back, Garen. And she smiles shyly over to the rest of you as well. As the rowboat begins to approach the coastline, you see that there is a gravel track hugging the coastline. It seems to be a bit of a road leading you towards Uskarn. The ship comes up onto the shore, and you're able to make landfall without much trouble. Today is particularly hot. The air is thick around you with the scent and sound of the sea. And suddenly, as the group of you reach out and step out into dry land, you hear harsh cries and the sound of a scuffle up ahead, around a corner.
Garen has his bow at the ready as soon as they hear the sounds.
Mount up on
Bulls
legs.
run in.
Did you bring legs with you? Legs would not
There
have
was-
fit.
Oh,
Unless-
was the boat full?
Yes, we had 3
Oh,
people.
okay.
Ella, Tully, and Quick.
Arlen
Understood.
said they were going to swim.
Oh, okay.
right, that's
There's
right. Mhm.
room then.
Cool. Thank you.
Nice. Battle map. Let's go.
Love battles map.
Do-do-do-do.
Battle map.
Okay. As the group of you round the curve, you see a woman kneeling next to a body, sobbing as she hunches protectively over the remains. Circling in the air a few feet above her, you see 8 harpies, and they are screeching, flailing at one another.
Harpies are like just evil monsters, right?
Yes.
Okay. Arlen is just gonna rush up and attack one of these harpies.
Okay. So the harpies are 5 feet up in the air. And I'm gonna need to find where they keep the new turn order. There we go. Please select your tokens and roll for initiative. Arlen will get a surprise round here.
Just Arlen.
Yep, because Arlen's running forward and shooting.
Well,
I'm blasting.
Okay. Ba, 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 ba. It's gonna roll. Okay. All right, descending order. Okay, Arlen, you go first. You have one attack before we start off.
Okay. I'm going to run forward, and I will guiding bolt this one.
Okay. I've put numbers on them, so it's a little easier to keep track of which one's which.
Oh, I do see the numbers.
Perfect. I'm gonna guiding bolt at level 2.
Okay. Whoa, what is going on with... Wow.
Yeah, I'm
I was
like,
like,
what is happening?
I hear double music.
I hit play the songs in my combat like soundtrack here, and it played all of them at the same time.
Yay! Ultimate combat. Let's go.
Oh, I don't know if that I should have advantage.
It's a mashup.
It's a mashup.
Oh.
All the battles at
A
once.
13 still hits.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So that's 25 points of radiant damage, and they're now glowing. And whoever attacks them next has advantage.
All right, very good. Tell me what this guiding bolt looks like as you send it out and severely mess up this harpy.
It looks like a spectral version of the sea lily, kind of rushing from my arms with like this trail of water flowing behind it as it slams into the harpy in the air and kind of like breaks apart.
Fantastic. You hear it screech out in pain, reeling, and it tries to draw the attention of the other harpies towards you. So it is no longer a surprise round, and we start at the top of the turn order. Garen, what would you like to do?
Have they noticed Garen or no?
They seem to have just generally notice all of you. There's not really anything to hide around here. It is just a
Right.
gravel road.
I was just hoping I could still get assassin bonus, or the assassinate bonus. But still, Garen's going to shoot number 9.
Okay.
And because he has advantage, he still gets the sneak attack.
Okay. All right. That's a hit. Yeah, it's super dead. What does this look like?
So, as it gets hit by that guiding bolt, it turns just in time to have the arrow slam right into its eye.
Yeah, you see
Take it
the
right out of the air.
harpy fall down in a slump, and the cries from the other harpies echo out. Would you like to move?
Yeah, I think Garen might move this way.
Okay.
Anticipating that they're going to come after us now.
Mm-hmm. Arlen, it is your turn.
Hey, I'm gonna do it again. I'm going to go after number 1 this time.
Okay. $14 is a hit.
That's 17 points of radiant damage, and it is now glowing.
As you hit it, it reels around in pain, screeching, "Ah!" And it cries out, clawing the air, and it looks bloodily towards you.
Just cock a wry, confident smile.
Nice. Do you want to move?
No.
KayBee, it is your turn.
Yes. So I bring the lance up off the leg of legs, and I whip the tip of it forward as I charge. I'm going to double move and move up directly next to the people on the ground. And as I do, I'm going to take a look and assess their situation. I see, I guess, one person laying on the ground. As I get close, I want to assess. Are they badly injured?
So, as you come charging forward, you see that there is a woman here crouched, curled over this body of a gored man. You can see, actually, roll me perception. (13) With a 13, you can see that the man is absolutely pale, almost as if he has been desanguinated, which is strange. He doesn't look like someone that just got fucked up by a bunch of harpies. However, his midsection has been completely gored out, and when
That'll
you
do it.
look at the woman, you see that viscera cakes her mouth and down her throat, and you see that she has hollow black eyes. When she looks up towards you, you are suddenly surrounded by the sound of flapping skeletal birds, and her
What?
shape seems to shift away.
It's a trap.
As it is not what it seemed.
I knew
Oh
it.
no!
I knew it.
It was a trap.
I knew it.
Sweet. Yeah, so I shout out, "Oh no!"
Jinkies. Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay, very good. Finn, you see that KayBee has rushed forward and is trying to be close to these two people that are here, and he reels back. He exclaims in terror, and you can see something is happening to the woman. You aren't quite sure from this distance. What do you do?
Finn was sort of curious about this. So can I tell by KayBee's scream that it was like, could I hear him yell, "Ah, trap," or am I just left to like, I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't seem right? Or
Did he say trap? I think he said, "Oh no." Yeah, he
thought-
said, "Oh no."
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, so I noticed something strange differently happens. Okay, so I can move. Hold on. Up to 35. So full. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, up to that one. Right there. Yep. Can I see any better from up here?
Yeah, as you get closer to this point, you can see that this person seems to have shifted. You can hear the sound of bone crunching, and you see these wings unfurl from their back. And they are just as monstrous as the creatures that surround them.
I don't think I tried reading it. I don't think it's the case. If I were to use my hunter's mark, does anyone else but me get advantage on that?
No, it's just for you.
Just me? Okay. In any case, I can't really do anything otherwise, so I'm just gonna throw my hunter's mark on it anyway.
Okay. You put your hunter's mark on it. If you like, and this is just an option, you can use your action to dash, so you can move another 35 feet if you want, but you can't attack this turn if you do
But it
that.
will let me attack next turn, right?
Yeah, because you'll be in melee range if you want to do melee.
Is it flying in the air?
The one next to KayBee's on the ground. The others are 5 feet in the air. So if you get
Okay.
up close to those, you can still hit them.
Okay, well then I'm kind of, Finn's had his mind on this thing because he was not quite sure. He had a bad aura about this to begin with. Well, I did, but Finn did
Yeah.
as well. So I'm focused on that, especially with
Okay.
KayBee up there. So I'll do that then. Yeah, so it gets me like right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wabam.
Okay.
Yep.
So that will be
that'll
your
it.
whole turn. It is now the Harpy's turn. This is going to be messy. You see the Harpies, as KayBee has fallen into this trap here, they begin to descend on KayBee. They fly forward. This one here this one here is going to fly towards the people shooting at it. So
What?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Oh my god. In a swoop through the air, this harpy comes lunging right for you, Arlen. It has to stop GMing, whispering to the GM. I hate that so much. There we go. It has a multi-attack. It tries to hit you with its claws. 15.
My AC is 16.
The claws swipe at the air, and it tries to reel up its club. It hits you for an 18. You take 4 bludgeoning damage as you take a club to the shoulder.
Great. I'm gonna hellish rebuke.
Okay.
We're gonna do this at a 4th level.
Jesus. Okay.
So this is gonna be 5d10 points of damage. They need to make a dexterity, or is it dexterity?
I don't think
Dexterity saving
oh.
throw.
15.
And the spell save is 15. Yeah.
Okay.
So they'll take half damage.
Okay. All right.
Wow, what a bad roll.
That was a really bad
5d10.
roll. That was 2 1s, a 5, 2 1s, and 2 4s. Okay. So it's going to take 7 damage. What color's your fire as it comes up?
This is black.
Ooh, black fire. The harpy roils around in the air. This one will actually fall down. It's now on the ground. It's no longer flying. As it takes this fire damage. We will see the harpy up here, number 2, will swoop down towards KayBee and claw.
I dare you. Miss.
18.
23.
Club.
Armor class.
Dirty 20.
Missed.
You were able
23 armor
to
class.
duck and dive around it. Number 3 comes swooping forward. Claw, 15.
Missed.
Club, 20.
Good luck next time.
You will see this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Hey, ladies, I'm over here.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. This one, it swings around wide and then comes towards Finn. Claw, 8. It's a miss. Club, 10. It's a miss. Finn, as this harpy comes up, you lift up your weapon to parry, and it manages to catch. This one will swing around the other way and try to flank you. Not mechanically. 16. Does 16 hit you, Finn?
Beats it meets.
All right. You take 3 slashing damage. You parry the first harpy, and then all of a sudden you feel a rake of claws at your back as you take 3 slashing damage and tries to hit you with the club, but you manage to dive out of the way. So only 3 damage from that one there.
So
5,
did the claws got me?
yeah. You
So
just
can I play around with that a little bit?
okay.
So let's just say when I got clawed in the back, I was like, and I ducked, and as I ducked like this way, the club missed me.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
the club missed me just because I was in pain in it. Yeah.
Yeah, just by chance. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. This harpy, number 6, comes swooping forward. You see this one hovers in the air between Arlen and Finn, and all of a sudden, it begins to sing.
Oh no.
As it sings, you hear this melody washing out in waves. Something soothing, something calming, something alluring. I need everyone who's a humanoid or giant to do a DC 11 wisdom saving throw. So if you're Fae, you don't have to worry about this.
I remember this from Baldur's Gate 3.
Excellent. I need one from Finn as well.
Said if I was Fae, I didn't have to.
Yeah.
He was human.
Elves are humanoid, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I had this in my inventory.
Oh.
So you have advantage.
Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't sure. It said Fae, so I was questioning until it came to me.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you have advantage because of the specifically the elven anti-charm.
Okay, so do I roll twice and take the highest, or what
Yeah.
do I do?
Mhm.
Okay.
14. It saved you there. Okay. Garen with a 16, Pol with a 24, Arlen with a 26, KayBee with an 18, and Finn with a 14. This song comes out, and let's see if Quick saves. Wisdom save. Quick does not save. All of you are able to shake it off. You realize that this is some kind of sorcery, some kind of charming magic. But Pol, next to you, you can hear Quick just drop their weapons. The double war picks in their hands just thunk onto the ground, and you see Quick's eyes glaze over as they look up towards the harpy that is singing.
I notice Quick's not in the initiative tracker.
Oh, thank you.
Do we have other folks with us? Ellie is at the boat. Or where's Ellie?
Ella is with us, but she's a non-combatant.
Gotcha.
Okay.
She has plot armor.
What about Tully?
Tully is also non-combatant.
Plot armor.
Oh,
for
that's a
those two.
Tully.
Cheerleaders.
Listen, I'm happy to convert any of these NPCs if you want to make them combatants, but if they die in combat, they die in combat. I'm just saying.
No, we need to keep Tully. He's
Tully and Ella need to stay alive.
They're yeah.
But I get all Tully's stuff.
I mean, it's pretty easy.
It's
in
all
your
yours
room.
or anyway.
It's
written
all
in
in
the
your
will.
room.
And it was yours before he took it.
True.
This harpy will swing down and swarm Finn. Claw 7. Club
Nope.
13.
Nope.
And this final harpy will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It rushes towards Arlen, but it can't quite get all the way. That's going to be all of the harpies. Next is the matriarch.
Bring it, lady.
I think this technically counts as a different song. Creature successful effective ends. It's immune to this harpy's song for the next 24 hours. Okay. The matriarch next to you, KayBee, you see it has the face of a gaunt creature. It looks almost humanoid, but there is something wicked about it, something not right. You see that its hollow eyes are completely monstrous. This is not a person. This is a foul creature, and it wants nothing more than to just rip your head off and suck on your bones. In the closeness within it, there is a strong scent of decay just roiling over you. It's almost gag-worthy. And as it looks at you, something is wrong. You register all of these things of your senses. Its rotten smell, its horrible visage. But there's something about the air that just shivers around it. It is going to target you, KayBee. And Finn. I think Arlen's too far away. Yeah. So KayBee and Finn, it uses... Oh, God damn it. Why is this whispering? It uses Visage of Desire. It projects a vision into the minds of creatures within 30 feet of it that aren't constructs or undead, showing each creature achieving whatever it most desires. You need to roll me a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw or become paralyzed.
Am I using my thing again, or is this just the one roll? Just to clarify. Or
This is not a charm, so it's only
not a charm?
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Finn rolled a 12. KayBee rolled a 5. This is fantastic.
That's great.
You guys have advantages at all or anything?
Yeah, but this is kind of cool.
I got nothing.
Because I get to ask the question.
I used the one from KayBee earlier, so no.
Because I get to ask the question, KayBee, you look at this creature and a vision fills your mind. What is it that KayBee most desires?
KayBee wants to be known as a hero among heroes, to stand on a great rock with his arms at his hips, his cape flowing behind him. Kiss me, bright bloom, high lord knight, prince something something of the sea lily.
This vision
Sigh.
is so strong. It grips you. You feel a breath catch in your throat, and you can't shake it. You're stunned as you behold the thing that you want most. You are paralyzed until the end of the matriarch's next turn. And you,
I think
Finn.
it says I dropped my weapons.
Okay. You drop your weapons. Finn. You see the same thing. You see the matriarch's head turn. You see this wicked creature. But all of a sudden, when you pull in a breath, you see whatever it is that you most desire. What is it?
Oh man, I didn't think I'd get to this until possibly epilogue. All right. Finn desires most in his life to take. He desires most in his life to find a way to bring back Abigail. Part of the reason he became a ranger and delved into magic is because she was magic. She did magic. She was a ranger herself. I haven't completely homebrewed it in my mind, but she's some kind of she's good with bow and arrows, but also fun magic stuff. So he wanted to bring her back, and in his locket, there's a hidden compartment in his locket. But when he had seen her pass away, he had taken some of her hair, stored it away. It has kind of if I was to open it up, it'd have kind of like a white kind of not a blinding glow, but a glow. And so his most desire was, once he rids the evil of what is in this area or what's going on or what he believes is going on, he wanted to find someone where he could take the hair and he could bring her back to life, because he had heard at one point maybe bringing something and using magic could bring her back to life. And so in this vision right now, he's seeing this succeed. And in his vision right now, he just sees nothing but Abigail. He's smiling at him. And all you can hear, when I'm doing this vision, am I audibly still saying stuff where no one else or everyone around can hear?
You are paralyzed, so this is just in your mind completely. No one else can see what you see.
Okay. So, Finn, I'm going to say what I'm going to say either way, but I just didn't know if it was going to be everyone hears it or just Finn. So, Finn then just says, I'm sorry. I let you... We should have coordinated that better. I'm so sorry I let you die. And Finn in the vision is just crying, and he is asking for forgiveness and how much he just loves her. And all of that is just kind of happening in sort of this millisecond.
And it is so strong and so potent that it grips you and it stills you in place. You can't move as you're lost in the moment here. You're paralyzed until the end of your next turn. And that was not its action. So now it's going to do something else.
How fun.
It is going to reach forward with its claw-like hands, and it is going to attack you, KayBee. And it gets to do this at advantage because you are paralyzed.
Yep.
It will do 2 claw attacks. 18.
Miss.
That's a crit. 26.
That is a crit.
Okay. 26. It will do 15 slashing damage. As you are stunned, you are disconnected from your body, and everyone else can see that this massive claw comes raking down your chest, and it gores deeply, and you start bleeding freely from your chest. And that will be the end of the matriarch's turn. It is now Pole's turn.
So, are all of these harpies still flying? Are they above the ground? Or are they on the grounds now?
They are all flying. The only one that's not flying is the matriarch and the one that's crashed next to Arlen.
Okay. So, in that case, Pole is going to cast a spell. He's going to cast it above KB's head and above Bin's head so that it only gets harpies. Doing a confusion, 10-foot radius.
Okay.
And I think, well, since the matriarch is on the ground, maybe I just want to get the ones that are all on Bin.
Okay, if you... Can you see? Oh, am I...
Yeah, I can also get this one here.
If you center it, like, right here...
Yeah.
Wait, do you have to set it on a creature? No, 10-foot radius.
No,
if you
it's a
set
point.
it... Yeah, if you put it, like, literally right here, it actually gets every single harpy except the matriarch. If you
That's
want to
what
go
I'm
above
doing.
their heads. Okay,
Yep.
fantastic. All right. This spell assaults and twists creatures' minds. Each creature must make a wisdom saving throw. Can't take reactions. Must roll a d10 at the start of its turns to determine behavior. Okay. So I'll do the wisdom saving throws. I'll go in order of their numbers. 1 doesn't count because it's not in the range. So this is for number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 7. 6 and 8 are not in range. Okay. So that's 1 fail, 2 fail. Oh, spells.
All of them
17.
fail,
All
except
of them
for
fail.
one.
Yeah. Okay.
The
so
17 makes it, I think, right?
the 17 is number 5 here. Okay.
Okay.
So, what does this spell look like as you cast it, and almost all of them are affected by it?
So, Pole yells out, "The cranberries in your socks are messing with your eyesight. You must water down all of your ale." And then psychedelic colors start springing out from his hands, and they coalesce around all of the harpies that are in the air, and their eyes, you see their eyes get the swirling pictures inside them, and they can't blink. Their eyes are just looking at this weird, surreal stuff that they don't understand.
That's fantastic. That's such a cool spell. Did you want to move at all?
Yeah, I'm gonna move closer. Actually, I think I had to move closer to get them in range. It's only 90-foot range, so I move up to here.
Okay. Excellent. All right. It is Quick's turn. And I believe, GeekDice, you said that you'll take care of Quick for me.
If I had a character sheet, I offered to create one.
Oh, it has a character sheet.
Is there?
Yeah. Show to players.
Yeah, it's at the top, I thought.
Wait, why does it say that? That's lying. It has a character sheet.
Is it
Yeah.
blank?
It's not blank on my end. What the hell?
It's going into Character Mancer.
I know. All right. Never mind. All right. Quick is charmed anyway. Okay.
I'll do that before next game.
All right. No worries. Thank you for your help. Okay. It is... Okay. You see that Quick has dropped their weapons and effectively does nothing. They just stand there. At the end of his turn, he is going to repeat the saving throw. He rolls an 11, he succeeds. He shakes his head as he gains 2, but doesn't really do anything for his turn. Delayed for a moment. Okay, Penny Sprinkle, it's your turn. What do you want Penny to do?
Penny is just gonna get up there and assist people. So how far can she fly again? She's not that. Oh yeah, 40 feet. So she can get in there, fly over and help here.
Okay. Penny begins fluttering in the face of the harpy that's fallen down.
Mhm.
Very good. And now it's Friend's turn. Where do you want Friends to go, GeekDice?
Yes. Friend is going to fly forward 60 feet. 10, 20, 30, 40. I think that's about 50 right there. And actually not that far. Friend's going to come over here next to Madame Arlen and flutter in the face of the harpy there. Whoever next attacks may benefit from the help action.
Okay. Very good. Garen, it is now your turn.
Garen surveying the field. Sees KayBee and Finn are in the greatest danger. And if I attack number 5, does Finn still give me threaten so that I can get sneak attack or no on number 5?
Yes. They are all adjacent.
Okay.
The only ones that are not adjacent to an ally are number 8 and number 6.
Right. Okay. So yeah, Garen's going to take a shot at number 5.
Okay.
And since he is going to sacrifice his movement to give himself steady aim, he has advantage on this attack.
Excellent. 24 absolutely hits.
And I am going to use Piercer to re-roll that 1.
Okay.
Or...
Nice.
Alright, so that's 27 damage.
Okay. A nasty hit. You see that the arrow goes straight through the wing of one of these harpies, and it actually will crash onto the ground, taking massive damage here. It cries out, and that is the end of your turn, I believe.
Yes, because you already stated there's nowhere to hide.
Okay. Arlen, it is your turn.
All right. I could do so much damage to all of them, but I can't, because Finn and KayBee are in the fray. So let's see. I'll just how does the one right next to me look?
It looks very messed up. It is burned, it is bleeding, it's on the ground prone.
Okay.
And it also has Penny and Friend fluttering in its face, so you would get advantage if you do melee on it.
Yeah, I want to be sure to kill it, so I'm gonna inflict wounds at a 1st level.
Okay. A 9.
Gotta roll again.
Okay.
Oh,
That's a crit. 27.
Nice.
Okay.
Is it dead?
It is super dead. It is beyond dead. Tell me what that
Melted.
looks like. You did like double the damage you needed to do.
Oh my god.
Great. I'm glad I cast a spell then. So Arlen is just, as it's like writhing on the ground, burned and everything. She's just gonna like reach down and put her arm or her hand on its arm, and suddenly like some smoke starts coming up from her handprint as the harpy just kind of bursts into flames.
It bursts into flames and falls over in a heap. Do you want to move?
No.
Okay. KayBee, you are paralyzed.
Actually, when do I make that save?
You make there's no save. At the end of the matriarch's turn, the paralyze is over.
Okay.
However, KayBee, you are lost in this moment, this heroic ensemble.
Dun, 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 dun.
It is breathtaking. It is something that changes you. You wanted this so badly, and it's here. You've managed to accomplish everything that you've ever wanted.
I saved all the people.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something haunting about it, something twisted about it. You realize you're unable to move. You're on top of this mountain, wreathed in gold, crown on your head, golden cloak billowing behind you, but you can't move. And it is so uncomfortable. It's almost like something crawling under your skin. You're stuck.
I never wanted to be king.
You're trapped.
It's a trap.
Can you tell me, KayBee? Hold on, where's the card? There it is. Can you tell me, what is it that KayBee fears the most in the entire world? We have drawn the Void card. What was supposed to be a moment where it's your dream come true. Your worst nightmare is now what you're stuck in.
No. My grandchildren love me. They want to come visit me. I know they will eventually. They're so far away. Over there in Noel Dra, the capital. It's been a while since I've seen them. They'll come visit me.
You're in this imaginary throne room. All this glory. Everything you've ever wanted. There's a statue of you in front of you, bearing your likeness. The prime of your adventure. The room is empty. It's dark. Your gold is dim. You're all alone. And you're stuck in this hellscape for now. Finn, it is your turn.
Oh, there we go.
You are also still paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
You're having a very bittersweet imagination of your lost love coming to life again. We're gonna pass over your turn, unfortunately, but at the end of the matriarch's turn, you'll be able to start doing stuff again.
Okay.
It is the harpies' turn now, and they have to do a lot of rolling because a lot of them are confused. We'll start off with this one here. Number 8 is going to swoop forward and try to hit Garen. Claws, 11.
No.
Club, 14.
Nope.
You see it coming. You're definitely able to dodge and dive out of the way as the harpy, enraged, tries to flail at you. This harpy here continues to sing. You see that she flies up. So she is now going to be 45 feet up in the air as she continues to sing. All right, now for Harpy time. Okay, we'll start off with number 2. They have to roll a d10. 8. Uses action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within reach. Okay, so there's only 2 creatures within reach. 1 will be the Harpy, 2 will be KayBee. It rolled a 1. It'll make a claw attack. It rolled a 4. It misses. Okay. Then the other Harpy rolls a 1. 1 is all movement to go in a random direction. Roll a d8. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. You see this Harpy begin to randomly take flight and goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It moves this way, diagonally across the battlefield. Number 4 rolls a 5, which doesn't do anything. Number 5 rolls a 1. So it goes in a random direction. 1d8. 2. It will begin to move towards the east. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Flies out that way.
Do these result in attacks of opportunity when they move?
They would if you were not paralyzed. Yeah.
No, I mean, okay, yeah. I guess Finn is paralyzed.
Yes. Number 7 rolls a 4. 4 is it doesn't do anything. Okay, I think that's all of them. I think I did them in order. Okay. Yep. That's the Harpies. It's now the Harpy Matriarch's turn. She will reach out and try to claw you, KayBee, at advantage. That's another crit, 26. You take 24 slashing damage. She takes both claws and scrapes down your chest again, pulling away at your armor. And then she rolls a 25 for the second attack. And you take another 16 slashing damage as she claws across your chest horizontally. You have taken a massive amount of damage here, and that's her turn. Pole, you see that KayBee and Finn, they begin to relax, almost as if coming out of a daze as they are no longer paralyzed. But KayBee is bleeding profusely. What would you like to do? It's your turn.
Yeah, Pole is going to run up and help KayBee. So 10, 20, 30, 10. It's going to come around to where this other Harpy is. So he just double moves.
Okay.
It's like, leave him alone.
Very good. It is now Quick's turn.
I made a character sheet for Quick.
Oh, fantastic.
So I guess Quick didn't even get to move in the previous turn?
Yes, because Quick was charmed. Quick is no longer charmed.
Okay. Quick is going to do a double move. And I don't know why his movement speed is only 20 feet, but
It
he will
should be
go
30. He's a Kenku.
Yeah. 10, 20. That's 40. Get up there. He has his rapier and dagger out, and he's ready
Okay.
for the next turn.
It is Penny Sprinkle's turn.
All right. Penny's going to head up there as well. 10, 20, 30, 40. And she'll try and cause problems with the matriarch.
All right. She begins fluttering in the face of the matriarch. It is now Friend's turn.
Friend is going to move up to right here and flap in the face of this one.
Garen, it is your turn. This harpy has descended on you, but you have deftly dodged out of the way, taken no damage from it. Muted?
Yeah, helps if I unmute, you know?
I got you.
Yep. So, Garen is going to turn invisible.
Okay.
So his entire features turn pale white and then just kind of dissolve into nothingness.
Mhm.
And this is the invisibility from the Hag's Curse.
Very good.
In case that had any meaning. And then he is going to actually use his movement and his cunning action to dash.
Okay. So just as a heads up, when you're invisible and you're trying to escape the attack of opportunity range, it does get to attack you, but at disadvantage as you escape it.
All right.
Unless you use, you could use your bonus action to disengage if you want, or you can just let it try to hit you.
That is a good point. The disengage would be better.
Okay.
And I'll just have to make certain I go after him. So 30 feet.
Okay. Yeah, if you disengage, it doesn't roll at all. You manage to dive out of the way completely.
Right.
Okay.
So yep, that's Garen's turn. He is invisible.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Arlen, it is your turn.
Okay. I think I'm just going to I'm gonna guiding bolt at first level on the Harpy Matriarch.
Okay.
Thinking if we take out the leader, maybe everyone else will go away.
Forgot to roll the wisdom saves for the harpies to see if they're no longer confused. Two of them
fine.
succeed.
You didn't have to do that.
That is a 23 to hit.
Okay. Can you please roll again? The Harpy Matriarch has magic resistance, so this is at...
This isn't a saving throw.
You're right. It takes the hit. Thank you. I suck at reading. It's so chill. Okay. It takes 17 damage here and is now glowing.
She is positively glowing.
It smashes into the side of the matriarch here as they wheel around and look bloodily at you. Some of the skin and clothing from its attacks on KayBee just dripping from its fingers.
Yeah.
Would you like to move?
That's gonna be it for me.
Okay. KayBee, you are
Oh,
now...
no, you don't. You don't go anywhere.
I step off of legs. So I'm standing on the ground. I whip out my short sword and my dagger, and I'm on her. I leap at her. And I guess with her glowing, the first attack is at advantage, right?
Yes.
So first attack's a 27.
Okay, that's a hit. Armor class is 14. Takes
Second
9
attack
damage.
with the short sword.
All attacks have advantage because of help action from...
I think it's only
Anything.
effectively for one attack.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
only one.
But I
And
thought
it
Penny
doesn't
was doing the
stack.
help action.
Yeah, it doesn't stack. So
Yeah.
my second attack with the short sword is a 14. Did you say that's her armor class?
Yep. 9 damage.
And then my dagger attack.
Okay.
Then I use action surge, and I do it all
Okay.
again.
So that's 18 damage so far, plus 11, which is 29. Okay. Action
Short
surge.
sword,
That's a hit. Another 10 damage, so that's 39 damage total.
short sword,
That's also a hit. Another 11 damage.
and a dagger.
And that's also a hit and do 10 damage. Okay. It's still up. but
Wow.
you basically did like 70 damage to this thing.
Oh.
What
So
does
it's
this
like-
look like?
So KayBee is leveraging Blade Song. It is the wizard swordmaster's school of weaponry. Everything for KayBee is mechanical, mathematical, and calculated. So he looks like he makes these very articulated moves, sharp angles and obtuse and acute triangles. It's a lot of strange movement sideways, and just the blades go slish, slish, stab, 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 slish, slish, slish. And there's a gleam in his eye. Paul kind of looks around. What's going on over there? And it's like KayBee's got this gleam in his eye. It's like payback time.
Excellent. Yeah, you fucked it up.
KayBee was pissed about that paralysis, eh?
Finn, it is your turn.
There we go. So I guess you can kind of see, like, with Finn, he kicks out of it, and you can, for whatever reason, if anyone is looking at him or sees him, you can kind of tell that, like, it almost looks like there was a buildup of tears in his eyes. And so it looks like, even though there isn't any tears, his eyes sort of have that red puffiness of like he was crying. And my beast, what is it called? My Hunter's Mark's still on there, isn't it? On the
Yes.
merch? Okay. So I'm going to go and use my Great Club on it, as I realize that this was just it trying to invade my mind, trying to get my memories, and it severely pisses off Finn. And he goes, "You're not going to control my mind like that." And
So, Finn, the matriarch is 10 feet away from you.
oh,
If you want to move towards it, you can, but you will get 2 attacks of opportunity on you.
Not by anything that's confused.
You'll get
lose
1
their
attack of
reactions.
opportunity.
Yeah.
You're right. That's true. That's correct.
yeah, Finn's angry. He doesn't care.
Okay, very good. So go ahead. So you step forward. You only get 1 attack of opportunity on you. It misses. It rolled a 6. Okay, continue.
Cool. So Finn will then very angrily grab his Great Club. Yeah, Great Club does more damage. He'll do the Great Club and he will swing.
Okay, 20 hits. That's 8 bludgeoning damage, and then Hunter's Mark is.
Oh, I can roll it.
Yeah. Is 6 damage. Okay. Finn, tell me how you kill the matriarch.
So I'm going to go grab the bat, swing it around, and hold it tight. And he's gonna go, "You went for my head, I'm gonna go for yours." And just swings it and just cracks the side of the face. And it just, if there's any way to, the head just doesn't exist anymore. We'll just say that it just kind of explodes into a million pieces for, content gore sake. But yeah, it just, all you see is just this, like, the body, I don't know if it's still in the air or what, just kind of falls to the ground, and just splatter of anything that was resemblance of face, skull, anything, just everywhere.
Bloody viscera and mist spray through the air as the matriarch falls, and you hear a cacophony of screeches as the harpies begin to retreat. They begin to fly away in a frenzied panic. This will effectively be the end of combat, unless anybody wants to do something.
High five, Finn.
Garen is debating on if he wants to take a pot shot at number 8, but
Cole will
Yeah,
drop
right.
the confusion spell so that they can get away. He doesn't want,
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
want to continue the fight.
One by one, they fly off into the distance. no more than a pair of wings on the horizon.
KB, as you go to high five Finn, Finn doesn't really reciprocate, so I will just say that maybe you hit like his leg or the side of his body or whatever. He is just angrily focused at this dead thing. Just there's a wave of, if you were to look at him, there's a wave of emotion, of anger, sadness, not sure to believe what he just saw, is kind of upset because it's just a lot of stuff that he's hoping that will happen was visioned in his mind, and there was this even more feeling of this it wasn't resolved. It still wasn't resolved. I got to say what I wanted to say, and it didn't resolve. And you could, I don't know if you can mix all of this into one facial expression or look in their eyes, but there's all this. You can just tell there's a ton of emotion.
Yeah, so KB is probably oozing from major wounds, but he leans on Finn's leg, or so it seems. It's a lean, but it kind of turns into a hugging his leg. It's like,
It's all right, Finn. It's just dark magic. Scary stuff. Don't worry about it. It ain't real. They're evil fae, these creatures.
You're right. And you can see Finn trying to like breathe and calm himself down. And still very much in his emotion, he looks over at you and goes, "You should lay down, KB. You don't look well."
I lay down.
KB, as you lay down, you look up at the sky. It is such a hot day. You can feel the sweat beating down your face. Your chest is burning from where you've taken this series of serious wounds. And as you are slowly breathing in and out, there is a sense of quiet. Everything just kind of drowns out around you. You can hear your friends nearby, but it almost feels as if it's muted. And you're just staring at the sky, feeling every heartbeat, hearing your heart in your ears. And you can swear you see, even though it's daytime, a very dim star shoot across the sky. You have drawn the moon card. You are very much feeling this haunting visage that crossed your mind. It's very fresh. It felt so real. You were so alone, even after you got your heart's content. What is it that KayBee would wish on right now? Your heart feeling what you do.
KB really wants to be the hero that everybody needs. That's so important. He thinks he can have anything and everything. Gold doesn't matter. KB would never wear a crown. But to help other people, that's the thing that is really important to him. It's not a selfish thing, it's selfless. Really, he wants to save the world more than one little man can do. And his grandkids would surely come to see him if he's a hero.
You shake off this wicked vision. You lay there in the sand. You hear the ocean and your friends. And that is where we're going to end the session for tonight. We will pick back up in 2 weeks, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But before we go, I would love to hear from our wonderful cast here. Tell me one more time who you are, where we can find you, and what was your favorite part of today's session. And we'll start with Zombie.
Hello, I'm Jacob. I'm Zombie IMZ. I'm whatever your name you like to call me. Lore Keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship Clip. Probably do too many clips, so that's of your own discretion.
No.
I'm sure 80-some was a lot, but fine. Hi. Today for Finn, geez, or for even just the game itself, I'm gonna, I feel weird saying stuff about my own character, but
No.
Just that bringing out more of this backstory and this prologue that I've actually been working on for a while. Piecing it together a little bit, and just kind of like that I've known for the longest. Like I've known kind of where Finn's wanted to go after this or continuing on depending on what we do. And just bringing that out is just like, okay, it's kind of out there. It's more extra lore that I kind of liked. And then just like, his emotion towards it is just like, it hurts even more now. It's like I've got to see her. Finn got to basically see her disappear twice. So it's going to be a minute before you can really shake that off. And then a more light-hearted, funny one is just the whole thing with the... I don't think we ended up finding out if it was... I don't think it was a water elemental, but for the sake of it, for description purposes, I'll just say it was a water elemental thing that we found that we all kind of sang to. And even before we got in the thing, Tully was standing by the door. You can't have access. Like, just like, nope. I did something. I'm sorry. I don't know.
I think that with Arlen saying that it's probably not a water elemental in all these different pieces, it's safe to call it an elven spirit for now.
Elven spirit. Okay.
Yeah, because you know that it speaks Elven, it speaks Sylvan.
Yeah, elven spirit.
Yeah.
But it's just finding that elven spirit and then everyone kind of getting together to like sing to it or just play music and just kind of show that this whatever is lost here, that it doesn't feel like it's an enemy. It feels like it's a friend and family, you know. And it was just like this fun little bonding moment that I liked. So I kind of like that there was really in this episode kind of like a two extremes where Finn felt like he could help someone, and then with the whole thing with Tully and all that, and then just this whole like thing, and then, you know, with both me and KayBee getting these visions, like KayBee wanting to be that hero, wanting to be that person, wanting to, you know, help everybody. I mean, I really loved that too.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
And then you can find me on Twitter. Oh, sorry.
No, please.
You can find me on Twitter, ZombieFighter89. I got a pin tweet there. Awesome business card work by the Little Lady May. I have a Google Sheet doc on there, clips, edits, promo videos that I've done for this game. The other game, which is Frost Maiden, which I will be there as well as next week for Frost Maiden. That's always a fun game to play. And other various games that Stella Luna has put on their lovely, wonderful channel that I've done promo work for.
Thank you so much. And you can find Zombies links there in the chat. We'll pop on over to John. Hi, John.
Hello, I'm John and Indicarus and Pole of Ammonfort. And I had a lot of fun tonight. Hard to pick a favorite moment. There were lots of really cool things that happened. I definitely liked the reveals, the stuff that we didn't know about KayBee and Finn's, most important things. That's pretty huge to know that kind of stuff. But I think my favorite moment was early on. So probably a lot of people didn't actually catch it because I know we got more people coming in on the stream later. So watch the VOD. But when Arlen told Pole to go and tell the new people about Naked Day, that was probably the best command he's ever got from a superior officer. That was very fun. I like meeting the new people too. Always great to get Stella making new NPCs up for us to bounce off of.
Oh, I
cool
cannot
new voices,
wait.
cool new stories.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And John also makes games. You can find all the links in chat. Tell us about one of your games, John.
All right, yeah. I'll tell you about. I usually talk about the role-playing games that I made, but I'm going to talk about a different one just for fun. I was doing a game jam where my art collective, which has been defunct for about a year, but now it's back up, so we're going to be doing some new stuff. So I'll be talking about new stuff sometime. But right now, the last game jam I did, we took the classic game of Clue and made new rules for it. And I've done this with Scrabble and some other games too. But the one for Clue, I called it sort of using Clue as an acronym. It's called College Life Undergrads on Ecstasy. and it basically is a bunch of people stuck in the Clue Manor, wandering around and getting high and making out and stuff. It's pretty funny.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We'll pop on over to Tim. Hi.
Hi, I'm Tim, or Godfather. I really don't have a social media presence, so don't bother looking for me. As far as my favorite part, I've got two. One is the party in the village. That was just the perfect level of chaos for this party. And then I also loved the casting of confusion. Just the random string of words.
Cranberry socks. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was just great. I loved that.
Excellent. Thank you so much. GeekDice.
And GeekDice. You can find me at geek_dice on the Twitter. Yeah, I was playing KayBee today. I think two things I want to mention. I also really enjoyed the bonding aspect of our group collective down in the bilge. I think that really kind of brought a focus to kind of our energy as a group and how we can get around something. That was really nice. I really appreciated that. And the second thing I really enjoyed is John's description of his new game Clue. So that's awesome.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And last but certainly not least, Emma.
Hi, it's me, Emma, also known as Emma Panada. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Emma Panada. I'm also writing a TTRPG called All the Witches. You can find information about that at allthewitches_ on twitter.com. I'm also running a Fabula Ultima campaign here on Stella's channel next week on Thursday. So please come and watch that because it's going to be a lot of fun and all the players are really amazing. And here's hoping I do good too.
I'm a player.
Stella is one of the players. That's true. My favorite part of the session was I loved Paul going up to tell the new mercenaries about Naked Day and their reactions, but also just the dread as Paul was building up to it, talking to this extremely like serious kind of like dour person, and me being like, there's no way this person's gonna be cool or accepting of it, and I'm so worried about what's gonna happen. But then it all worked out, so it's good. But that was a great part, as well as just totally standing up to Arlen to be like, you're gonna have to go like another way to like get in the room, or like trying to keep Arlen out of the room. It was very fun.
Thank you very much. Oh man, today was such an awesome episode. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please consider giving us a follow. That's a free way that you can support the channel and keep up to date for whenever we do our next stream. You'll find all the Secrets of Saltmarsh episodes over on our YouTube, and come watch our show on Thursday, January 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's the premiere. It's gonna be great. I'm really excited about it. That's gonna be it. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you to all of our Patreons. Have a good, wonderful rest of your night. Bye!
Bye.